in general, it's really hard to to tell you about what the quality of the console version will be. But we're not cutting away any of the systems, so all the animations, all the lighting, all the audio will be there for the console as well. It's more about scaling resolution and effects, more or less, like motion blur and stuff like that. So the goal is to have the same emotion on the consoles as we have on the PC. We thought we hit the wall, but since we're pushing the envelope on the PC, we actually saw that we had more space to explore on the console, which was very exciting. Finding new ways to squeeze the last little bit out of the consoles. So we are actually seeing some great results coming out, and we'll probably have a stunning looking game on console as well. Yeah, the first Frostbite engine was built around creating the Bad Company series, and we did some really big things with going multi-platform, multi-CPU, stuff like that. But then we saw that if we really want to take the big next step, we need to start over again, because we did something suboptimal, I would argue. So what we did is we started to rewrite the engine more than 3 years ago, and the focus was, of course, to be able to build the next generation of games, even on the current generation platforms. So what we did is we rewrote the rendering, we rewrote the animation system together with EA Tech that created the animation system called Ant for instance, the FIFA series. So we're using the same kind of core animation system, so that adds a lot. The whole streaming system of streaming data in and out is rewritten from scratch, which makes us be able to have fill the memory at every point in the game with new stuff, so you don't have to reuse stuff in the same way we had before. And most importantly for the dev team is that the iteration times are much faster, so we can actually add more quality to the game by just iterating on it.
How much of the demo was kind of scripted and how much is dynamic? Obviously you have the bit where you shoot the sniper and the kind of hotel signs being down.
Yeah.
Does that mean, will it differ depending on where you shoot the rocket?
In that particular case, no. It's a narrative kind of structure where that's your objective, more or less, to shoot at that hotel. So you can't really just shoot another building and other stuff will just randomly happen. We want you to shoot that building, so in that particular case that will happen. You will blow the facade of that building.
Can we expect some kind of dynamic gameplay throughout, or is it just all about these scripted moments?
We will have both. We'll have both scripted moments to create drama, because that's the most important thing with creating a good single player, in my book. And also having more sandbox gameplay where you actually can decide on how to complete an objective. But there will be a mix of both, but I can't go into detail exactly on how that will play out.
At the end of the demo, you have the earthquake. I mean, how do you top that? I mean, that's pretty big on the scale of like set pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, are you trying to look to do these huge set pieces like that with the earthquakes and stuff like that as you go around the world?
Our goal is not to create set pieces. Our goal is to create, emotional impact. That's one way of creating emotional impact. I think the other example, when you're proning and crawling on the roof of the building, that's another way of creating tension and creating a lot of impact for the audience. Our goal is not to create bigger explosions to get bigger impact. We think we can do clever things that is not only explosions or earthquakes to grab the attention of the audience.
Would you class yourselves as still primarily a multiplayer game, or I mean, can you not do that in this day and age? Do you have to have some kind of single player offering to kind of pull people in?
I think that's a choice you make as a game developer if you want to do single player multiplayer. I think creating a big blockbuster Battlefield product, you need to have a great multiplayer and you need to have a great single player, and we're also going to have a co-op element to the game, which will add even more value for the consumer. So I think we want to make good use of the toolbox that is Battlefield and show people all the ways you can play Battlefield without compromising the core gameplay mechanics.
Battlefield 2, it was originally the PC title, and then it got ported across to console.
Yeah.
Was there ever because like the consoles are getting kind of to that end that you thought would just do it PC? I mean, Crysis has made the jump across Are you ever tempted just to not go with the console and kind of push as much out the PC as possible?
No, we really want to make a console game out of Battlefield 3 because we think that both the consoles are really powerful, and also looking at the audience playing console games is quite big. Me myself, I play console and PC depending on where I am. So I think that's our choice to make console and PC for Battlefield 3.
Is it too much of a cash cow now to kind of ignore as well? You can't really just do a PC title these days, or was that never?
I think you can, but I don't think you can put this much weight and focus into a game if you're only going to sell it on one platform.
Yeah. And the Frostbite, I mean, you've done so many upgrades. Do you think it can start to rival CryEngine for like visuals and the effects they do in like Crysis with the falling kind of buildings? Is that the aim to kind of one-up them?
Our direct goal is not to create a better engine. We just want to create the best possible Battlefield game, and I would argue that the demo we have out right now is hard to beat for any game out there.
And what should they expect from the single player campaign?
Without going into too much detail, we want to create a variation is of course very important for us, and also utilizing all the cool stuff that you can do in multiplayer is an important part of creating a great single player, because we have the tool set of not only great infantry experience and good gunplay, but we also have vehicles, we have the destruction, we have the variation in environments, we have the great lighting effects that we can use for indoor and outdoor and big open landscapes. So that will of course be a big part of the single player campaign as well.
What the relationship work between Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 now? Are you looking to, is this obviously the more serious tone one with a single player, and you obviously with a PC online it's going to be the bigger battles? Is that the way that you're looking to kind of separate the franchises? Yes,
Bad Company was more a spin-off from the core Battlefield game with a more tongue-in-cheek, kind of humorous, not so serious touch on it. Doesn't mean that we didn't put a lot of quality into that game, because it's still a great game. But Battlefield 3 will be a more serious game. We'll have bigger battlefields, we'll have jets, we'll have prone. Some of the more hardcore features that we had in Battlefield 2 will also be back.
And that's the same for all versions, I'd say?
Yes, absolutely. We don't differ hardcore audiences between the platforms nowadays. We see the hardcore PC audience being the same as the hardcore console audience, and we think they deserve the same features.